Hi, Mitch Hauschel from Maximum Training Solutions doing another implement analysis. I want to talk some more about my friends over at Normatec. And I've done some videos on them and their products in the past because I do like what they do. And I love how they are the leaders in this field of recovery and this pulsed massage recovery devices. There's multiple ones that are on the market now, a lot of different price points. But Normatec was the first to market, and they continue to be the innovators. And they have innovated again and come out with a brand new version, the 2.0, which has several nice features on it that I want to show you. And then also what's great about it is they have a brand new price point, which is phenomenal. So those of you who have thought you couldn't get into a Normatec because it was cost prohibitive, that is out the window. So they have really dropped their price and made things more affordable. But when you look at the units, a lot of you may have seen my previous video or you've seen these Normatec units in the past. Still very similar. You've got the leg boots, or we've got the arm units, or what's really become kind of my favorite is the hip unit. And I think it's completely underutilized. This hip unit, I'm using it to decrease low back pain, to help some of my athletes who have some hip pain, some femoral acetabular impingement type things, all that kind of good stuff. And I'm able to basically downregulate pain, but also help with recovery, swelling, any of those types of things. So the hip unit really has become a favorite. Of course, my athletes use the legs all the time. That's the number one unit they use. My overhead athletes like the arms. Now it's interesting because at the university where I spend a lot of my time, we actually have several different brands of these recovery type units and this pulse massage kind of idea. And part of that reason was because of some price points. Some teams invested in some cheaper units. And all of my athletes that have tried the Normatec versus the other units, they will all tell you the Normatec feels the best. It is the most comfortable, and they recover the fastest with it. So I really have to go with my athletes on that. Normatec does have a patent on all their systems and the way that their compression works and the sequences that they utilize. So again, they're the innovators in the market. But it's pretty simple. You've got a control unit. You've got the boots. The boots are great. They're easy to clean. Some of my athletes come in a little bit sweaty or whatever. You can just wipe them out and with some sort of a sandy wipe or something like that, leave them out to dry. And then they've got a hose that connects them. You can do one at a time or you can do two. The key with one at a time is there's a little plug here on the back side of this hose that you got to make sure you don't lose. And that goes in there to make sure that you can use one at a time. But the real key to the system is the control unit. And this is where they've innovated once again at Normatec. So several different versions. There's the Pulse and the Pulse Pro. I have the Pulse Pro because I use it not only for just a recovery flush phase, but I also use it for a lot of rehab. So I utilize it with my post-surgical athletes, my acute injuries, to help them with swelling, pain control, edema, those types of things. Not saying you can't do some of that with the regular Pulse, but the Pulse Pro really dials in on those things. I can really get into specific individual body parts and areas of the body. I can also do a lot of custom settings. So that's a nice thing about the Pulse Pro. The regular Pulse doesn't allow you to customize things. So the Pulse Pro does allow me to customize things. So that way I can really do exactly what I want to do with it and make sure that I'm meeting the individual needs of that person. So really comes down to kind of what your end game is and what your goal is. Are you looking for just a general recovery device? Then I go Pulse every day of the week. It's simple, push button, go, put it on, you're set. If you want something that's a little more adaptable, you're going to use it for maybe some different populations, then I would consider stepping up to the Pulse Pro. Now, aside from the better price points of the 2.0 version and the ability to customize things better with the 2.0 version than you could with the previous version. It also has an app for my phone. And I'll be honest, when Normatec told me their new unit was going to be Bluetooth enabled to use an app, I was kind of like, whoop-de-doo. How is that good for me? How am I going to utilize that? Well, I'll tell you, it's actually pretty innovative and it's pretty cool. So the app is really simple. The app is basically this screen right here on my phone. And so I can control everything from my phone, which, if I'm just using this on myself, may not be that big of a deal for controls, but a lot of times when I work in a high volume athletic training room, I want to be able to work with multiple people at the same time. So I can actually get my athletes set up on the Normatec, and I can be working with somebody else, and I can be monitoring how much time they have left, if I want to do a zone boost, if I want to change anything, I can adjust the pressures down or up in the middle of the session from across the room. So it does make it really handy for me as a clinician to be able to utilize it. Then the other thing it does is it allows you to track things over time. So for my personal training, I can go in and I can track all the different recovery sessions that I have and make sure that I'm hitting certain targets as it correlates with my greater overall training program. So if you're a stats guy like I am, it's pretty cool to be able to look back all the time and see exactly what you did certain times of the year, certain times of the month, certain times of your training cycle, and be able to monitor that. And then of course, they've got a share feature. So if you're big on social media, you can share it with things like Strava or your favorite social media platform. So you've got it out there as well, so you can share it with all of your friends. Not really my gig to do that, but a lot of people it is. So anyway, overall, I love Normatec, have been using them for a while now. I think they're a great company, great customer service. Their units have been really, really durable for us. I had some people who maybe had some of their older units question whether or not they would stand up for us in a high volume athletic training room. We have had zero problems with ours, and they have just been tremendous to work with. So really no issues there, and love the new price point. And here's the great thing is, if you're looking to save even more money, what I want you to do is reach out to me, and I can help you save a little bit more money. We used to kind of do this discount code through Normatec, but they've changed how they're structuring some things now. So I can still save you at least $50 or more, depending on which unit you purchase. But I need you to reach out to me. Either email me at mitch@maximumtrainingsolutions.com or go to the Contact Us page at our website, maximumtrainingsolutions.com, and reach out, and I will connect you with my good friends over at Normatec, and I can get you an extra discount. It's just part of our partner program that we're doing with a bunch of different companies that we work with, and it's just a great way that we can thank you for being a good friend of ours and save you a little bit of extra money. So please reach out to me so I can connect you with those people over there. Otherwise, any other questions, also feel free to reach out to me. But love these units. Hope you guys have some, get some, especially the new version with all the different things it brings to the table. Just a great, great option for recovery and rehab.